So you own a home in Fairfax County. You already know it's a great place to live, but you probably also know that some parts of being a homeowner here can get, well, surprisingly complicated. Today, we're going to tackle one of those big puzzles, your chimney. Let's piece this thing together with a guide made just for you. This is the million-dollar question, right? Why is it so confusing? You get a few quotes, and they're all over the map. You hear one thing from your neighbor, another thing from a contractor. It feels like it shouldn't be this hard. Well, there's a very specific reason for all that confusion. And by the time we're done here, you're not just going to know why, you'll know exactly how to handle it.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at the puzzle itself. Then, we're going to help you figure out your home's chimney era, which is super important. After that, we'll do a little rapid-fire Q&A, and finally, we'll talk about what simple, clear service actually looks like. It's a straight shot to finally understanding this stuff. All right, let's dive into part one, the chimney puzzle. You know, the key to solving this whole thing isn't actually on your roof. It's in the history of your neighborhood.
And there it is. That's the real heart of the issue. Fairfax County wasn't all built at once, right? You've got these classic brick colonials from right after World War II, and you've also got brand new construction going up today. That huge mix of homes means there is no single one-size-fits-all answer for chimney maintenance. And we're not talking about a small handful of houses. With over 1.1 million residents in the county, that diversity of homes means we're dealing with hundreds of thousands of completely different chimney stories out there. Each one is a little unique. Okay, on to section 2, your home's chimney era. This is where it gets really interesting, because the single most important clue you have for solving your chimney puzzle is the year your home was built. Seriously, that one piece of info tells you so much about what's likely sitting up on your roof right now.
See, development in Fairfax really happened in 3 big waves. First, you had the masonry era, from the 50s to the 70s. Think solid, old-school brick and mortar. Then came the transition era in the 80s and 90s, where things got mixed up. You saw both masonry and some of the very first factory-built systems. And now we're in the modern era, where it's almost all prefabricated metal systems and gas fireplaces.
And it is so important to get that these are 2 totally different animals. On the left, a big masonry chimney's worst enemy is just time itself. Decades of rain, snow, and ice wearing it down. But on the right, a prefab system, well, it's not meant to last forever. Its parts have a built-in lifespan, kind of like the water heater or the dishwasher in your kitchen.
Okay, so now that we've got that down, let's jump into section 3 and tackle the most common questions we hear from Fairfax homeowners using their home's era as our guide.
A classic Fairfax County question. You're living in one of those beautiful, established neighborhoods, maybe in Burke or Springfield. You've got a great mid-century home, but what does that mean for your chimney?
Well, it means your chimney has been through a lot. All those decades of Virginia weather, that freeze-thaw cycle we get every winter puts incredible stress on the mortar. The clay liners inside, they can get brittle and crack. And honestly, some homes built before modern codes might not even have a liner, which is a really serious fire hazard. For these homes, age is the #1 risk factor, period. All right, let's shift gears to that transition era. Maybe your home is in Fair Oaks or Fairfax Station, built in the 90s. Your fireplace system looks pretty modern, but after 30-plus years, is it still safe?
And here's the crucial difference. That system was built with parts that were only designed to last about 15 to 25 years. So if your home is from the 90s, do the math. Your system is right at, or more likely, well past its expiration date. That makes that annual inspection absolutely critical.
Oh, this one. This is probably the #1 misconception out there. It makes sense, right? You think, hey, we never use it, so it must be fine.
But the answer is a huge yes. It still needs an inspection. An unused chimney is basically just a big, open invitation for trouble. Birds and other critters love to build nests in there, creating a massive fire hazard. Rain gets in, causing moisture damage from the inside out. And that metal damper at the top, it can easily rust shut over the years. So, now that you know the specific risks for your home's era, let's get to the solution. Our final section. Simple, clear service. How do you cut through all the noise and actually get chimney care you can trust? The single most important tool for this is what's called a Level 2 video inspection. This is where a tiny camera goes all the way up the flue so you can see with your own eyes what's going on in there. It's the only way to find hidden damage and know for sure that your chimney is safe to use.
And this is where the cost and confusion really start to hit home for a lot of people.
Many companies treat this essential safety check like some kind of luxury add-on. They'll hook you with a low price for a basic cleaning, and then, once they're at your house, they hit you with a big extra charge for the camera inspection. The clear, simple alternative is a flat-rate model that just bundles these essential services together. For instance, the data source here shows one flat price that includes both the cleaning and that crucial video inspection. It completely removes the guesswork and, more importantly, those surprise fees. And here's a really important tip to protect yourself as a homeowner. Normal cleaning and inspections, no permit needed in Fairfax County. But if a company tells you that you need a major repair, like relining the whole flue, you should know that that kind of work does require a permit. It's your guarantee the job is being done right and up to code.
Look, if you only remember one thing from all this, let it be this right here. It all comes back to your home's history. Just knowing its era is the key. That knowledge empowers you to make smart decisions about your chimney's future.
So let's just put it all together in 4 simple, actionable steps. 1. Identify your home's era. 2. Always insist on that Level 2 video inspection. 3. Look for clear, flat-rate pricing. And here's a little pro tip for you. 4. Schedule your service in the spring or summer. You'll avoid that crazy fall rush when everyone else is thinking about it.
This chart really puts the why into perspective, doesn't it? On the left, you can see how that separate but totally essential inspection fee can make the total cost just balloon on you. An all-inclusive rate, on the other hand, gives you clarity and value right from the start. No surprises.
You know, in the end, your chimney isn't just another part of your house. It's a part of its story. It's been there through it all. So, after everything you've just learned, the only real question left is, what's your chimney trying to tell you?